Now, the restaurant industry has suffered huge losses with the closure of several businesses. It's calling on government to allow it to reopen in order to save livelihoods. eNCA's Monique Mortlock is in Cape Town for us. Monique, of course, today with the president expected to address the nation, I know that the people that you are with right now at that restaurant are hoping for good news tonight.
They certainly are, Masejo. When I spoke to the Restaurant Association a little earlier, Wendy Alberts was telling me they are desperately trying to convince government or the presidency not to extend lockdown level 4 regulations as it stands, especially with restaurants not being allowed to have sit-ins. And the restaurant owner who I'll be speaking to now, Marvin Haddon, he's the owner of the Joxies here in Wandel Street in Gardens. He's had to already close 2 of his restaurants due to the impact of the pandemic. Marvin, thank you for joining us. Just tell me, how have you been able to survive during especially level 4 regulations?
Yeah, we've just really been doing takeaways. That's all we can do, and all your delivery platforms, which unfortunately do take quite a big margin on fees. But that's kind of been our avenue of survival at the moment. I mean, no other way are we allowed to trade currently. Yeah.
And you mentioned just opposite you is a food truck, Holy Macaroni, that you two have been supporting one another, helping one another during this time. Tell me about this, reaching out to other people in the restaurant industry, lending that helping hand, despite you yourself struggling to maintain head above water.
Well, you see, Holy Macaroni, for example, is a colleague and partner in business, and he's on a good dark kitchen operation. So I've been able to plug my operation onto his dark platform, and then I've been able to give him an area space where they can serve as well. So in turn, helping each other survive through this pandemic. Yeah.
And also you mentioned to me the fact that you've started this feeding initiative with a popular alcohol brand. Tell us about that.
Beefeater Gin, who's actually had their own business, also hindered from not being able to sell alcohol, has actually come forward and used the space as a feeding scheme for everybody within the hospitality industry. So all the restaurant owners and managers can contact us and let their sign up and let their staff come and get a complimentary meal from Beefeater Gin and Roxy. That's how we've also been trying to keep everybody afloat, to be quite honest. Yeah.
And my final question, with the president expected to speak a little later, what is your hope? And also, at the same time, what is your fear?
Our fear is going to lock us down. I do understand the need for it, obviously, but I also, like I said to you before, hospitality is a core business in this country, and it feeds a lot of our people. An extended lockdown is probably going to kill a lot of businesses off. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that, but I do understand it. So it's like a double-sided coin. But yeah, I really hope it's not going to be the case.
Would you be able to survive if it gets extended for another 2 weeks, another 3 weeks?
It's going to be difficult. I mean, I don't know how to quit, but it's going to be difficult.
Thank you so much. That was Marvin from the Joxies Cafe here in Wandel Street in Gardens, just expressing his concern and his fear if those level 4 regulations do get extended, and just echoing what we've heard from many restaurant owners here in Cape Town, that fear that they won't be able to survive if it gets extended even further, because takeaways and deliveries can only support them so much, especially those restaurants who relied on those sit-in meals.